So I went live this morning and I thought I'd go live again. Why not? Depending on who is going to come on, depends on how long my live will be. But while I'm waiting for people to come on, I'm just going to light my little pot. Yeah, let's put that down there. Don't want to burn myself. Just see who comes on. I'll give a few people a minute or two to get on. Let me just get that a bit closer. Smells really nice. I'm about to get some more of these, I think. I'll get this glowing red, exactly what I'm after. So if you're wondering what those are, it's a bit like the way I do my how I burn my sage. It's like a little black disc. I don't have any of the black discs available, but they come like a little charcoal cup. They come in different flavours. Is that the right word to use? Different smells. I'm thinking about getting some of those and putting them on my website. They come in different smells. This one's 7 chakra. It's basically a resin incense with cup. So you've got like different stuff, like different resin inside. And you burn it like you would a charcoal dish. Awaken chakra. Find balance with, can't pronounce that word. Let their healing begin. In charcoal cups, fragrant aromas. Craft blend, harmonize energy signs. Chakra cup, incense cups. We sell activate, and balance. Sense release a vibrant energy smell. Immerse in aroma. So yeah. So yeah, they come in different smells and uses, and yeah, I thought I'd use the seven cups. Smell really nice. So oh yeah, there they are. So most of you are familiar with these, the little with the little cups where you set light to and put stuff on. Same thing, just a little bit bigger. Yeah, same thing, just a little bit bigger. And it's got like different types of resin inside which you can burn. So yeah, good. So yeah, anyway, so the reason why I I'm doing this other live is, I know we just had I can't remember if it was a full moon or new moon in, I think it's Leo, I think, without looking. And all of last week, people were saying that they felt a bit tired, a bit drained. Yeah, last week I felt really tired. Even yesterday, I felt really tired and very drained. Still went to Brookwood, still done a video, still went out and did stuff. But yeah, I felt really tired, really drained. And yeah, I felt really tired, really drained. And today, I feel a bit restless. Had a bit of a, yeah, I felt a bit restless. And kind of had a bit of an afternoon nap. But felt, but I haven't felt right. When I say I haven't felt right, I don't mean I feel sick or rough, but I feel, again, that the energy is different. Just gonna have to shut that window up for a second, guys, because I want to fill this room up with smoke. That's it. So yeah, felt a bit not off, but sitting in this energy of, yeah, I won't say good energy, but it feels a different good energy. It doesn't feel like, I've won the lottery kind of energy. Yeah, it's hard to explain, put into words. Got to a point where I had to put a piece of shungite on. And I do have a larger piece, which is my own personal piece. I do have a larger piece of shungite. That's my own personal piece. It's even got the still got the label on it. But again, they're my personal pieces, because on days like today, where I'm feeling a bit drained, they come in handy. So yeah, so I thought I'd come on and just have a bit of a chat. Feeling a bit restless, feel a bit drained, and I thought I'd just sit here in smoke for a while. Not only will it cleanse me, but it will cleanse the room, which is kind of what I'm going for. Once it gets going, I'm going to change it around for a second, guys. Once it gets going, it kind of goes pretty crazy. There's my pack of cards if anyone wants to come in for a card reading. Now, I don't feel that there's any bad energy, but I do have some sage sticks, and I do have some cedar sticks. Yeah, this is sage, and I can, if I wanted to, put that on top, but I don't want to at the moment. At the moment, because I've done done house cleansing this morning. In other words, I cleansed my, well, not my home. I cleansed the home this morning where me and my partner live. And now I'm just kind of just filling it up with good energy. as well. So yeah, I will be honest with you guys and girls. There are, how can I put it? So normally when people feel like this, obviously it's different for everyone how they feel. Obviously, um, but I normally, how can I put it? I normally, if like days like today, I'm at home, feel like this. Had a bit of this feeling yesterday as well, and I normally just sit in that energy, sit in that feeling, and just see how I feel. Because sometimes I get like images as well. Normally, people feel like this, and they're in one or two minds, or one or many minds. They're normally very happy, very cheerful, not bouncing off the walls, but kind of like bouncing off the walls. Um, or they're very tired, very drained, want to be left alone, very quiet, yeah, want to go to bed, that kind of quiet. with with me, I tend to not being a. I'm normally in the middle. I'm not bouncing off the walls happy, but I'm not miserable to the point where I'm having to go at people. I'm my normal self. I'm normally in the middle. Normally quite chirpy and cheerful. But I tend to like to be like left alone, which I normally do anyway. I like to be left alone anyway. But I tend to read the energy because normally, how can I put this? Normally, I get I want to say life lesson in the sense of I can learn something from this. It's like I want to say passive. I'm not making any sense, guys. Again, I'm just reading how I feel. Past aggression, I think it's called, or past life, if that makes sense. I normally think back to um, think back on other days when I feel like this, and I normally take away something from it. Sometimes I learn something from it and take away something from it. If that makes sense, it's weird. So it's very weird to explain. Very weird to explain. But yeah, quite a lot of people are feeling like this at the moment, and it's kind of normal um, to feel lethargic, like fatigued. Yeah. So we're just gonna sit here and let you guys and girls enjoy watching the smoke. I'm one of those people that kind of enjoy watching someone else unclog a drain. So there's like a massive storm and there's like a lot of water like blocking the drain. I'm one of those people that like to watch people unclog drains. I know I'm weird. I'm one of those weird people. Some people look at that and find that really relaxing to watch. And also, I'm just going to see if anyone comes on for a chat. If no one comes on for a chat, then I'll just do some meditation to see if I've got my earphones. I do. But I'm going to put a card. I'm going to put a card for whoever watches this later, if that makes sense, because no one's watching it at the moment, so I'm alright. So I'm going to put a card for whoever watches this. If you made it into 15 minutes, then you are going to get this reading. I think that's what I'm going to start doing, guys and girls. If I do a live or any video, and I remember I've got my cards with me, I will pull a card, or I give some kind of what's the word I'm looking for, daily insight. Now you got the daily readings on horoscopes. That's the word, horoscopes. Instead of calling it horoscopes, I'm going to call it the daily insight. That's basically what this is. Basically, this is what I'm gonna do. And every live and every video, if I remember to pick up my cards, I will do a daily or a video insight. So yeah, so this is what's going to be your daily insight. So I'm just shuffling my cards from my deck, which are these ones just here. Like I said, this is not going to be a 3-hour live, because I want to go back to enjoying how I feel. Because normally when I feel like this and I'm at work, I'm a miserable sod. I'm a miserable sod anyway when I'm at work, but right, guys, I'm still shuffling my cards. Ace of Cups. So, Ace of Cups. So, I want to say your week coming. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still here. So your week coming will be full of light. I feel that also there'll be full of abundance. Normally, I would say, beginning of the week is very, what's the word? You wish it's Friday. I typically say, if I know I've got the weekend off, I typically say Monday, Tuesday and Wednesdays are the worst 3 days. And normally Thursday, Friday, you tend to pick up your energy, you tend to get excited because it's almost the end of the week. You get to go out on a Saturday and Sunday and enjoy yourself. I'm gonna let you guys have the garden view, or what's left of a view. It's not really much of a view, but actually I'm gonna let you look at me for a change. Why not? Put that back over there. Let's just sort this bit out. Nice piece of shine tape. Bring you back up a little bit. There you go. So yeah, I feel that's typically how I feel. That's how typically people that I know feel. Normally, beginning of the week is the worst time of the week. As the week goes on, it gets better. But what I'm feeling with Ace of Cups is I feel is going to be one of those, the opposite. I feel that you either get your whole week from Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday is going to be either really exciting week or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be really exciting times. I also feel as well as again I'm getting blockages, so I do feel that there is going to be I feel there's going to be blockages as well. I do feel that quite a few people watching this are going to have very weird dreams. I don't want to say nightmares, I want to say dreams as well, and that's to do with their I can't remember if it's full moon or new moon. Let's say new moon. I feel that because we just had this moon, we just had. I feel quite a lot of people are gonna have quite a lot of weird dreams, spooky dreams, kind of night terrors, that kind of like feel. Um, but as a whole, I do feel for most of us it's going to be a good week. I feel our cup will be literally overflowing by the end of the week. But it will be shrouded in, I don't want to say darkness, it's going to be shrouded in mystery in the sense of like, because most of us we get paid on, when we wake up Thursday morning, we get paid. So I feel that mystical, like, side of it, and our cup will be overflowing. Like I said, guys, I'm not tuned in. I'm just going with how I feel. I wasn't planning on doing readings today. I just came on just for a bit of a chat. You'll know if I'm doing mediumship readings because I'll put it in the title, mediumship or Q&A. And this is just a little bit of a chat, just to see who else is feeling a bit not themselves. Yeah, that's feeling quite not themselves. So Ace of Cups, I feel that, because I'm going to go back from the beginning, I feel that your cup will be overflowing. I do feel that you'll be more excited, more energy at the beginning of the week instead of the end of the week. Like I said, most people get excited Thursday, Friday because it's closer to the weekend. I do feel a flip, not for all of us, but for some of us, there will be a flip. We'll be full of energy at the beginning, and by Friday, we'll be tired. We'll be glad that it's the weekend. We're always happy that it's a week. If you're lucky enough to have the weekend off, you're normally happy anyway. But it will be a complete different. How can I keep that? It'll be a completely different feeling. Also, I feel next week end. I gotta put it. So next weekend, I feel that the energy will change again to a different energy, and we'll feel drained again. If that makes sense. I'm hoping that what I'm saying makes sense, because I feel that we're kind of like we've reached our bottom. We've reached our bottom, and we can only grow out of that bottom. We can only dig ourselves out. We can't dig ourselves down any more than we already have. If that makes sense. What else am I getting? I feel that there is going to be quite a few people next week that will see our happiness, see our because I class happiness as obviously a good thing, and I also class it as healing. So when you're happy and someone next to you is feeling a bit drained and a bit unhappy, it kind of boosts their energy up to a point where they are feeling better. And I feel that there is going to be some. There's a term called psychic vampires. I do feel there is going to be a few psychic vampires next week. I do feel that, people like myself will, and if you're a healer, if you're a psychic, if you work with spirit, I feel that you're going to have, beginning of the week, you'll have a good week. By the end, you're going to feel drained again. And I do feel people are going to take advantage of that energy, of that healing. They're going to suck the life out of you. And I feel come Friday, you're not going to have that same energy as you did on Monday. That is what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning, but I couldn't quite get my words out. Where normally, anyway, for people like myself, normally it's feeling, excuse my language, feeling like crap Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then starting to perk up Thursday, Friday, and then by Saturday, Sunday, not bounce off the walls, but you feel a lot better by the weekend. You have that energy back by the weekend. I feel people that work with spirit, next week is going to be the opposite, if that makes sense. So you may have to watch this bit quite a few times to get what I'm trying to say. The feeling, the energy I'm getting, and how I'm feeling, it's a bit all over the place. I'm trying to make sense of the energy that I'm getting. I feel people that work with spirit are going to find it hard next week. And when I say work with spirit, I'm talking about healers, psychics, empaths, mediums, across the whole board. I feel that we're going to find it hard next week because there are going to be psychic vampires next week that will literally suck the energy out of us, quite literally. So guys, I'm going to wait a few more minutes just to see if anyone else comes on. Just going to check my messages. So yeah, I'm just seeing whether I'm actually live. Yeah, I am actually live. Yeah, so Right, guys, I'll give it another 5 more minutes. Take it up till 5 o'clock. If no one comes on, I'll disappear. Like I said, I wasn't planning on spending hours doing a live. I was only going to do a quick live for you all. Like I said, next week I've already scheduled some videos to be posted next week, and I'm actually thinking on what to do in the future. So I'm gonna say that I'm not gonna make too many videos in the future. Yeah, I'm not gonna make too many videos in the future. I'm thinking probably at least once a week do a live, but I'm going to cut back on the videos. I'm going to still do shorts. I'm going to do a live probably at least once a week, either on a Saturday or Sunday. Depends on what I'm doing on a Saturday. But the whole making videos, I'm going to cut right back on, only because not many people are watching my videos. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, there are people out there. I know my dad watches my videos. I know sometimes my mum does. I know sometimes my brother and my sister does. My partner watches about 10 seconds of it. He watches the intro and then don't watch them. I know there's a couple of people at work have subscribed. They subscribed Friday, so I'm hoping they'll watch. But yeah, in general, and Caroline, can't forget Caroline, she watches all my videos, so I can't forget. So shout out to Caroline. But as a rule, people don't watch my videos. They watch about 3 minutes, and then anyway, that's what YouTube tells me, that they watch about 2 minutes of the video. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut back on videos, but at least once a week do a live and still do shorts. So if I ever go back to Brookwood, if I ever go back to Southend, if I ever go back to Anns Hill or the military cemetery, most of it will be shorts. It won't actually be like long videos. It won't be an hour long video. If I do, it'll be like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes at a time, only because people don't watch until the end. So that is my plan for the future. I used to get quite a few messages saying people like long videos, people like long EVP sessions. I used to do EVP sessions. I did ask whether people would like longer videos, shorter videos, long EVP session, short EVP session, all that kind of thing. And I listened. I did longer videos. I did longer EVP sessions, and people, according to YouTube, are still not watching to the end. So I'm only going to do what people want me to do, if that makes sense. If I'm making it sound wrong. So YouTube is telling me that people are not watching to the end. So there's no point me making a video, an hour-long video, if people are not watching. If that makes sense. Again, I'm just doing what I know what people want. So people want short videos. People want no longer than a minute. Shorter the better. But people don't want an hour-long video. They want a 60-second video. So that is what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do in the future. So it'll be a 60-second video. I'll do 10 seconds, 30-second long videos as well. But it'll be more shorts. It'll be more YouTube, TikTok shorts than long videos, if that makes sense. That's going to be my plan. The only times when I make long videos, if I do a live. So that is what I'm going to do, guys. I've got enough shorts to last me until the weekend. I need to make a decision of where I want to go this weekend, if I go anywhere. Yeah, so I've got a whole week. I've got like 5 days to make a decision of where I want to go this Saturday, if I go anywhere this Saturday. So yeah, if you want me to go back to Anne's Hill or a military hospital or back to Brookwood, now's your chance to leave a message in the description below. I will read it. I will leave either a heart or thumbs up, but I will read the messages. I'll see you all in the next short or the next live. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.